Hey, Lloyd.
Yeah.
Are you ready now? Are you finally ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, Mel. Thanks. I needed that extra time. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Is that done? I don't know. It says 100% processed. I don't know what's happening with it. It says pending. I don't know what that means. Sean.
That means it's got a process.
Okay. Well,
HD. Yeah.
It might not get ready then. It might not be ready to go. I tried to get it ready. I don't know if it's going to be ready or not.
Well, if you hadn't been spending all morning goofing around, got ready for your show today.
Well, that's what I was doing, was getting ready for the show. I wasn't exactly goofing around, you know. Okay,
you were standing out in the field when you called me this morning.
Flying drones and flying airplanes and yeah, but you know, okay, it's all.
Did they finally show up?
Yeah, about 2 o'clock. Well, about 1 o'clock they started getting there.
About 1 o'clock.
But the airplane flew, and I have video, maybe. No, I've got some video. I don't know what I got. I have to look at it yet. How's everybody doing? Let's see. We got Art, Rick, and Dennis, and Mitch, and Sean Oz, and Floyd, and Rick Halber, and my little brother Backwoods Droner, and Mike B., and Jim Boyd, Mr. Grant State
Lone Spanker,
Agent, Dennis Lovelady, Spanker. Who else we got? Did I miss anybody?
Robert Glazier.
Robert, okay. Brent Nunley, hello there, sir. Jay Bird, John F. I'm scrolling through the list. Can you tell? Does it look like I'm scrolling through
Yeah,
a list?
I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah.
They can probably see it reflecting on my glasses.
I think that's probably everybody for now, for the moment anyway.
Yeah, and if we missed you, we apologize.
No, we don't. We'll get to you later.
Well, yeah, we'll get to you eventually. Yeah.
How you doing, Lloyd?
Oh, Thomas O'Sullivan is in.
Hello,
yeah.
Thomas.
I'm doing good. Yeah. Believe it or not, I actually got a good night's sleep. You know,
what happens when you got no electricity, no lights, or nothing to come on?
There's nothing to do but roll over and go to sleep.
That's right. That tends to give you.
Oh my
a good
God,
night's sleep.
it was crazy last night. We were sitting there about 9 o'clock. All of a sudden, we heard our polycart dumpster go rolling by right in front of our window, and we're going. Judy freaks out. She goes, "Oh my God, somebody's pushing her." Must have run. We figured somebody was walking by the window and ran into it, you know. And I said, I didn't see anybody go by, and so I got up and I go looking outside, out the back door first because it's easier to see. I could see the wind was blowing like crazy, and it picked it just moved our dumpster about, 5 feet. And it was up against the house, so it moved it out and 5 feet out. And then today when I was backing out, they have this giant ditch witch that they're using to put in new sewer lines. It just has a long bit on it. They just keep adding to it, run it from one manhole to the other, and put
that's a
plastic sleeve on it and pull it back. Yeah,
it's a boring tool, yeah.
Boring tool, yeah. Well, it was sitting like this level yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, today when I look out, it's sitting like this.
Well, that's how it's supposed to sit.
Well, they have it parked, and it usually sits. It was sitting level yesterday, and they hadn't touched it. Just the wind caused it to tip back off of its tracks a little bit. So I don't know what kind of mess they're going to have tomorrow. Yeah, it was some pretty strong winds.
I know it, Art. I'm beat, man. I've been out in the sun and the heat all day. I'm surprised I don't have sunburn on my face. I didn't get back here to the house from flying until, well, it was after 5. And the show's supposed to start at 6, so there you go.
Yeah, I've been coming in here for 30 minutes checking it before, and you finally just popped on.
Yeah, like 5 till I started the YouTube
I had my phone in my hand. I was fixing to text you, say, "Are you going on?"
Yeah, yeah.
I looked over, and there you were.
It wasn't technical difficulty. It was just not enough time to get everything done I wanted to do, and I wanted to get with Sean Oz about editing 360 video, and
he he has said if you send him a link, he has a story he'd like to tell
That
and discuss and give some warning.
oh, he does. Okay.
Yeah, he said in the chat if you at some point.
Let's see. Guest cameras. Sean, get a pencil. Or do I need to actually send you a link? Would it be easier if I just send you a link, or can you
send him
down?
A link? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just send him a link to it.
I wonder if I should probably just make a new one, huh? Just get rid of those and make a new one. That way I know it'll work.
With luck.
Video call. Copy that
yeah, it
link.
was.
Say okay.
Then after all that last night, our power went out about 9:30. I mean, it flickered once, went off, came back on, went off, came back on, then shut off, and it didn't come on until 11 o'clock this morning. So.
And that was it, huh?
That was it. Yeah, it took out. There was a total of 39,500 customers in this area between Fort Smith to up the other side of Tulsa, almost between Tulsa and Oklahoma City, that lost power last night. So.
Sean Oliver. Control V paste.
But.
Okay, Sean, I just sent you a link in Facebook Messenger. Maybe you can get that from there. If not, let me know, and I'll try to work something else out. And that's that. Let's go to my channel and see if I can see that video. Customize. Yeah, so I'm getting ready to play a video if this works. And there's Sean, so that worked good for him. I'll get him in here in just a second. Try this. And click that. And yeah, man, I think it's going to work.
Cool. Yeah, Steve, you're right. They lost. Well, I heard it pop out behind, so our transformer tripped. So in the lightning, you see it, the lightning flash, and then you count 1, 2, 3, 4. We didn't get a chance to say 1 before we heard the thunder. It's like
that's like right on top of you.
It was right across. I could look out the window and see it hitting right, just barely probably a block away or less.
Wow.
And there's a couple of times
set up.
It rattled our house really big, but it did that.
3.
Yeah, I mean, it did that for the longest time.
So it was hitting you hard, huh?
Oh God, yeah. But
wow.
After a while, I was reading a book. Well, I could continue to read, and it gave us light because it's on my iPad. Judy was watching her show, but she couldn't watch it because it didn't have no power. So we sat there and talked a little bit, and I scrolled through a little bit of Facebook and told her what was going on, and pretty soon, we're around each other 24/7, so we didn't really have any more to talk about. So we said, "Out of hell with it, let's go to sleep."
I see.
Yeah, it's like, okay, all right, yeah. Well, it's going to get hot and sweaty before morning. Well, let's just go to sleep. Actually, it stayed cool till about 11 o'clock.
I've never done what I'm about to do, but I'm going to try and play a video on the stream in 360. So
that should be interesting.
As soon as I switch over, I'll push your button and make your mic hot again. Hello, Bob.
Okay.
I've got the sound muted. Actually, I cut the sound way back because the camera picked up the motor noise and the wind noise. But let's see. There, your mic's hot. Let's see. I'm going to hit play. Yeah, man, check that out.
Oh, it's weird, but it's cool.
Okay, so now He brought it out on the runway. Now this is another guy flying it for me because I'm flying my Mavic Pro Platinum behind it, or my Mavic
Right.
2, my Mavic 2 Pro. But so here's the 360 video. What do you think of that? How cool is that?
Well, it's cool from our side, but it looks like, oops, hang on, my bad. I did something stupid. Like,
Surely not.
yeah. I was trying to watch it on YouTube to see what it looked like there, see if, yeah,
It should look the same as here.
yeah. But I thought I'd see if I could turn it. Yeah, I can't because,
On
of
YouTube,
the way
you
it's
should be able
loaded.
to. Oh, no.
Not while it's live on the stream.
Yeah.
When it gets to regular YouTube, once it's
Well, it's regular YouTube now. I can put a post I can post a link in the chat, and people.
oh
can
yeah.
And the volume is kind of loud on it. Let me see if I can find that clip.
That prop looks hilarious.
There we go.
Yeah.
So there, everybody, is a link to the video in the chat. And so now you can go look at the actual 360 of it if you want to in the chat. I mean in YouTube rather. But I'm very pleased with how this turned out.
Jim Boyd said he did the same thing. He tried to make it turn in the video. But technically it hasn't rendered up there yet. They haven't processed that shot of the video. But you have the live
No, it's
copy
live
of it already.
It's there. It's just unlisted. It's playable
Oh,
right
okay.
now in YouTube. It's just unlisted. That's why I posted the link in the chat. Because I'll
Yeah,
have to
but
go back
what
and
Jim
change
and I
it.
did, we tried to do it while we were watching the Sunday Night
Oh, you're
Live
trying
show.
to do it in the stream.
Yes,
Oh,
in the
yeah,
stream.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what I
no,
was saying.
that won't
All
work.
it did was pause it. It's like, why did that froze up?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Duh.
let me see if I can do this while we got this going on, and we can let this guy tell us what he thinks about my 360 video. Sean, your mic is hot. Well, it should be. Let me check something here. Cameras, audio. Now your mic is hot.
Okay, hello everybody. Is it working now?
It's working now. I got you. Got your mic turned
I
on.
don't have headphones in, so hopefully I'm not getting any kind of echo or feedback.
No, sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay. So which 360 camera is that?
This is an amazing, extremely expensive 360 camera.
I'm not on the screen because I'm eating at the same time, right?
Okay, no, you're not on the screen yet. The video's still on the screen. But now you are.
Okay.
Now you're on the
Oh,
screen
well, hello. Cover my mouth.
because I don't want that to keep playing. Background clips. Oh, I can just pause that and get that out of here. Okay. You ready?
What brand is that, Mel?
This is a camera that somebody like Sean would love to get their hands on, man. This right here, I'm going to tell you what, guys. This 360 camera is the bomb. There's nothing like it.
Whenever he says that, I know it's a setup.
I'm waiting. I know it's not going to beat the GoPro Max.
And Lloyd, you're locked up again. And it's the Vivitar
Crap.
360 for $69.
Okay. Yeah, not bad to get your feet wet. Yeah, and play with it.
Well, it's my first one, and I had two of them, and hopefully I'll have to check. But one of them got a chip in the lens, one of the lenses, because throwing it in my backpack, you know. And I bought a second one.
Though.
I bought a second one on Facebook Marketplace for like $20 because I liked the first one. So yeah, so that's my 360 budget right there.
I will be
Nice.
back in just a minute. 'Cause I
Okay.
want to hear this great story from Sean. So I'll be right back.
I'll wait. Then I'll wait. But I did. I saw Art yesterday. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, it was
yesterday.
yesterday.
Yesterday
And
evening.
I'm getting so sidetracked on all my time. And he got to play with my GoPro Max, and I helped him film a video with my GoPro Max in hero mode, which was really cool because he had like an old GoPro 3. He was going to film a video, and if we had more time, we were going to both make videos, and I was going to help him with one and have him as a guest in mine. But we had time really just to help him make one, especially after the incident, which we'll get into.
Yeah, I heard you
once
tried to land a drone in the water and it didn't work or something.
Yeah, I thought it was like a pontoon boat or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those
First time
underwater,
for everything.
one of those underwater things. What are they called?
Yeah, I was trying to see if it could like I could
Dory?
skim the water. No,
Dory,
really.
yeah.
I tell you, are you ready for what happened? Because I've been flying a long time, and from airplanes to drones, and never done anything as dumb and careless as what happened on this one. I think Art's gonna probably have this in the back of his head. He might like me, but he hates me at the same time right now. It was Art's drone. So those who don't know, I go to meet with Art after dropping my girlfriend off at the airport, and we're making the videos. I'm helping him make a video with the GoPro Max about the Air 1 and the Air 2. It's going to fly my Air. So he takes his Air up. I'll do a little film in, get him to talk about some things. He goes out over the water a little bit and decides to hit return to home to bring it back. And when he hands it to me, I guess something was wrong with the return to home. He felt uncomfortable was doing something, and he handed it to me. And I then showed him how you could click over the map and just use the arrow to fly,
Right.
to sort of redirect where you're at and know where you're at. If you do get out of sight, it's an easy way to relocate where you're at and figure it out, and then just bring it back to you.
Right.
And oh shit. So I left it in arrow mode, and I looked down, and it says 350 feet in height, and it says 10 feet away. And I'm like, okay, well, it's up there pretty high. I better start dive bombing this thing, right? And I just pull down a stick, and I start blasting it over. I'm in the arrow mode, right? So I'm not really seeing what the drone sees. I'm just bringing it back because it was just on the other side of a tree as far as I thought.
You're on the map. Yeah.
I was right there, 10 feet away, I thought. And then all of a sudden I hear this, "Kasproosh!" Oh, that was great timing.
Yeah.
You see the kasproosh, all the things exploded when I said that. And my heart just sunk. And I looked down and I noticed that the height and the distance is reversed in different spots on the Go4 app versus the Fly app, which I've been flying the Fly app so much lately
Fly app.
with the Air 2 that I just glanced, and with it not showing what the drone showed, I just assumed it was 350 feet in the air. It was only 10 feet in the damn air, and it was 350 feet away from us. So it kersplooshed, and Art saw my horror in my face because he's a little hard of hearing, so I think he could just see my face.
Do we have it on video?
He forgot to hit record, so it's not cached.
Okay. So no, I mean the look on your face. Do we have that on video?
I don't remember if I was holding it. We're going to have to ask if Art was holding the GoPro, because that would be pretty great if he was filming me when it happened. I don't think he was, but...
well, if he wasn't filming you when it happened, then it didn't happen. No film, no proof. See?
That's right.
Well, here's where it gets funny. I run over there. I leave Art sitting on the bench, and I'm getting ready to jump out in the water just like I did for my GoPro. And there's a guy over there fishing, and I asked where it hit, and he sort of threw his line out to sort of show me where it hit because he said he saw it. And it's probably 15, 20 feet from the shore, and I have no idea how deep this water is, but it's a brown, murky water. It's not clear like the water up in the mountains up here. It's just more of a stagnant, man-made lake for a neighborhood. Nice little lake, though. Art's got some great footage from the Air 2 that he's going to share later, I'm sure. But I asked this guy, I said, well, if you
wait. Art has an Air 2? Mavic Air 2?
No, he was using my Air 2. We
Oh,
finished the video. Even though my heart sunk and everything went to shit, I was like,
well,
we
don't
need
you
to
have a
finish the
regular
video.
Mavic Air also?
I
Don't you
do,
have a
I
black
do.
one?
No, I have a white one.
Oh, it's a white one. Oh, okay.
Yeah, probably not the best choice
S-
living up in
s-
the snow.
So
But
now Art has a white one.
no, Art is getting the Autel Evo 1. I'm giving him an upgrade.
Oh,
If he doesn't like it, then we can do two things. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. So um, I tell the guy that we can
move your camera just a little bit.
fine.
Tilt your camera up.
Yeah, we're just seeing the.
All we're
Yeah.
seeing is from the nose down there. So
Gotcha. That better?
There you
yeah.
You get
Yeah.
egghead now. I tell that
So you
guy
don't feel alone.
if you I appreciate that. Thank you there, Lloyd. So I tell the guy if he does hook it, I'll give him a reward. And I walk back over to break the news to Art that it did hit the water, because I think Art thought it hit a tree or something at first, which would have been a lot easier to recover it. But when I'm telling Art that, I turn around and look, and that guy has his shoes off, and he's wading out in the water looking for it already, instantly looking for it.
Wow.
So he looks for it pretty much the whole time that we finish the video. We get the Air 2 up and all that. I jump on DJI's website to see if I can buy Art a new Air 1. And they don't sell them anymore. So we're debating whether he wants me to look on eBay and find a single, just a standalone Air, because he still has everything. So just an Air without any controller or something.
Right.
And we did find one. Actually, Art sent me a link for one today for like $300. But I offered him my Autel Evo, my first Autel Evo, which is a huge camera upgrade from the Air 1. And he wants to try it out. So we're going to try that. I'm going to get it to him. If he hates it, then I talked to so on my way home, let me backtrack. On my way home after figuring all that out with Art, I'm calling Kelly from Ready Set Drone because there was a Ready Set Drone sticker on there and I want him to have everything back. So I got Kelly's going to send him some new Ready Set Drone merch to replace what I screwed up. I'm getting him the Autel Evo. If he hates it, Kelly actually brought up, hey, if he doesn't like the Autel Evo, it's worth more than the Air 1. So sell it, and then he can sell the batteries that he has left over from the Air 1 and the controller separately. Put that money together and buy an Air 2.
Yeah.
So that's an option as well.
Yeah.
He doesn't like the Evo. I think he's going to like it because I went through, charged batteries last night, checked it all out, and it's been a while since I flew it, but I've forgotten how nice and bold and easy the app is on the Autel. It's really easy to just ponder through it.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Cool.
know if you guys have ever flown one.
I've never
Yeah,
had
when you
one.
were talking. Yeah, you were actually talking about that on your show the other night with your girlfriend at the hotel there.
Was that getting rid of my Autel Evo?
Oh, you were talking about you were going to sell the Autel Evo because you hadn't flown it in so
was.
long.
I was going to sell it somewhere between $500 and $700.
And then the
Yeah, I'm
next
just
night
kidding.
I hear that.
It's Arts.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I tease Art, because he's a short guy, and he's always lucky when it comes to these contests. Like last year at Spin Up, and I said, you're a leprechaun, okay? But when it comes to drones, he's unlucky. So I don't want to go looking for him to find his pot of gold because it's probably copper.
In a weird way, as long as he likes the way the Autel Evo flies in the camera, it's the positive coming out of the negative, and that's what Art tried to remind me to see the glass half full. Because I was so much madder than he was. I was more bummed. I was mad. I felt like an idiot. Here I am trying to help him and show him a new feature that he's never using the drone in that way, and kaploosh into the damn water. And I've flown for years. I've never had anything like that happen. But
well, they say it's not the if it will happen, but when it will happen.
I guess hopefully
it's going to happen to you sometime or another.
And Kelly was saying, this kind of things happen in threes. So first I lost my GoPro in the water. Now I lost drone in the water. One more thing to lose in the water. So Kelly said, go get the shittiest thing I got and just throw it in the water and be done with it.
That's it.
Unfortunately, it don't work that way.
Yeah.
And it may not have anything to do with water.
Yeah. Yeah. But if you saw picture that I posted earlier on Twitter or even on my YouTube channel. I posted a screenshot, just a close-up of the distance and height on the Go 4 app as well as the Fly app. And you can see they're reversed. On the Fly app, the height is actually on the left side, which is the stick most of us use to go up and down for height.
Yeah.
Right.
And on the Go 4 app, it's reversed. The distance is on the left side.
Ah.
So when I'm going up and down looking at it in the distance, I thought it was the height because I had the map up. So I didn't actually take my time. And this is where I screwed up. I should have stopped and reassessed where he actually was visually before just showing him the map and saying, here we go, you're real close, let's bring it in.
Well, you know, we can turn this a little bit more, too. I mean, it's his drone. He's the one that got confused and handed it over to you to try to rescue, you know. I mean, if you can't fly your own ship, then maybe you shouldn't be a captain, Art. You know, I don't know. Maybe this
Well,
ain't Sean's fault after all here. You know, I'm just going to play devil for
it
him.
is a little weird.
And you see this big grin, Art, you can tell I'm kidding with you.
Two
I'm
things I do
thinking
question,
it is.
guys.
Go ahead.
I question two things. One is if it was on return to home, why was it 10 feet off the ground, right?
What's
When
the
we paused
return to home setting?
home. That's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be 10 feet. It should be higher than that. So, well, I don't know if we can check that now, but if we could have got it back, that would have been a good thing to check and fix. And two, shouldn't the bottom sensors like help it from like coming in like that?
Not on water.
Not
Not
water.
on water. Nope.
Damn.
Not on water.
That is one of their faults. And
In fact, that's
problem,
a fault
especially in
of
the Mavic Air, too.
Especially in the what's that other thing that flies by itself? That
Skydio.
piece of crap.
Skydio.
Yeah, that thing.
Hey!
It gets-
It's not a
it-
piece of crap.
It most certainly is. In my opinion,
Yeah.
it's untrustworthy. I've seen
Oh,
too
man,
many
well-
of those Skydios take off going their own direction and all kinds of things. I mean,
Yeah, I've had great luck with mine.
I've seen
actually
'em-
My favorite drone of 2020.
Billy Kyle had one just land in the water.
Well, it's calm water, so it can't. The calm water is like a mirror, so it
Mirror,
can't
and it
actually
can't see
do
it.
that. Where I'm flying it over moving rapids and stuff, it thinks of it as land. So it
Okay,
actually
well,
can
now
do
that
it.
might be a different story. But
Yeah,
yeah,
and
those.
you also got to remember, if Billy doesn't crash a drone at least, twice a year, he's not doing something right.
Well,
For his channel, anyways.
that's
He crashes more than Ken Heron.
and lately Ken Dono's been crashing more than both of them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Man, he's
yeah.
went through some drones lately. But
And
Yeah,
as far as the
I'm
blame
hoping
goes,
that- No, go ahead,
I
Lloyd.
was going to say, as far as the blame goes, it's Sean's fault because he's younger, his reflexes should be better. Art's an old guy, he gets confused. We all get confused at our age, but Sean is just a young kid, and he shouldn't be screwing up like that.
I definitely feel this down. I'm never going to live this down. The whole community.
I already told Art on his show today.
well, it might not have been so bad, Sean, if the first thing Art wouldn't have done was go straight to YouTube or straight to Facebook. Or
Facebook.
whatever. Yeah. I mean, there was posts on it, before it happened. It was so quick,
I saw it when I got home. He posted about it.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
funny. It's
But,
a shame,
Art's
but
a
it's
good
kind
sport
of
about
funny,
things, so.
and it's good that everybody, you and Art, can sit back and kind of have a laugh about it now.
Well,
That's
like
the
I said,
important
if
thing
we-
right there. That's the
We got
important thing.
options. If he loves the Autel Evo, then he gets an upgrade. If he doesn't, then there are ones out there that we can find just
Right.
drone for a few bucks, and I'll replace it. So, I mean, it's my fault. I'm buying it. I'm that kind of guy. That's the way I was raised. If I'm the one who screws somebody's crap up, then I'm going to try to fix it.
Thank you, Roosevelt. I
Oh, Fly
appreciate
Natural.
that.
Roosevelt, yeah. Super chat.
Is it Rosie?
See,
I just had to give you a hard time when you came in because Art and I talked a little bit about it at the beginning of his other show earlier this afternoon. And
Oh, no.
I told him, I said, I said, well,
so what kind of
happens.
sound did it make, Sean?
Oh, it was literally just going. It's nice and quiet. Sploosh! Just like that. Over Lloyd. He shot his cannon on you, Lloyd. Little baby.
Oh my
No,
goodness.
that was my cannon going off. I have one as well.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna try something
all have
else.
cannons.
We have sound effects
I've got
boards and
cannons
stuff.
control.
Yeah. While I'm still trying to get prepared and look for stuff. Why isn't that? Oh, now it's
Yeah,
opening.
hopefully Art does
See-
have footage. He's got a whole lot of footage we were shooting, so he'll have to go through that. And maybe we're lucky. Maybe we didn't hit stop on the record or something, and we at least get the audio of like me cussing up a storm or
Yeah.
something.
Like, oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah,
Be a
I
lot of
think he has
bleeps in that one, I'm sure.
He has a screenshot. Which
Do what?
Art, if you're still in the chat, you need to send me the screenshot of the map, because I'm going to go film that video explaining how the Go For app and Fly app are different. Don't screw up like me, kind of thing. Put that out there because there's going to be other people out there, and they're going to glance down and just assume that it's the hype because they're not really paying attention. Because you get so used to flying, you really do. When you're flying one thing over and
Yeah.
over, you really do get used to where everything is. And when you
And
jump into something else, you just
I
assume
can
it's the same.
absolutely vouch for that because I tell you what, years ago, and I'm going to say 45 plus years ago, my dad and I flew fixed wing radio controlled airplanes. We flew every weekend. Somebody had an in with the base commander at Camp Pendleton. I think he or someone he knew flew radio controlled airplanes. So on Sundays, we used to go out to the main airstrip at Camp Pendleton, California. That's where we lived in Oceanside. We'd go out to the main airstrip and we'd fly our little RC planes on the same runway that the OB-10s and stuff flew off of during the week.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. So I flew a lot back then. Then, 20 years ago, I had one that ended in disaster in about 40 seconds. And then a couple of years ago at Spin Up, or what has now become Spin Down, it was day 2 at the lake from Spin Up. Kelly had a wing, and there was a group of us there. Sean was there. Sean and at the lake the day after Spin Up, weren't you there riding a skateboard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really fun here.
Was that
So
last
Billy-
year or 2 years ago?
2 years ago. It was Billy, Kyle,
yeah.
Sean, Jenna. That's when Jenna took the spill on the skateboard in the grass.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, Kelly turned around and he said, "Who has
be
experience
right back,
flying
Mel.
fixed wing?" Okay. And I said, "Well, I do, a long time ago." So he handed me the controller. Remember, Sean? I flew that wing that he
I
had.
do. Yeah, that little white one. Yes.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Flew the hell out of it until I accidentally bumped the switch that put it in acro mode. Then I flew the hell into it. But so I haven't done any fixed wing stuff really to speak of since then. But I built this fixed wing plane and took it out to the field today. That's where that 360 video came from. And now I'd like to share. I had a guy fly that thing for me. Now all I got to do is figure out where I put the clip. There it is. Because I was nervous, and it's a balsa kit, I didn't want to smash it into a bazillion pieces.
I got a
So-
story for you, Mo, about that.
We checked the balance and everything on it. We checked everything out. He checked all my radio install. Everything I did was really good and clean and done well. Apparently, when we checked the balance, we were a little off, and it was a little tail heavy. So what I'm going to do is put that over there. No, I'm going to pause it, and I got to go over here and turn Sean's audio back on so that Sean can now talk. Now, this guy that is flying this thing for me for the maiden flight flies a P-51 Mustang at 150 or 200 miles an hour, okay?
Yeah.
an RC one, and I've got video of that too from the other day. But here's how the initial flight started out, everybody. I do not.
I'll probably just make 3 or 4 rounds and it flies like it's supposed to. I'll probably just land it.
And I'm filming, and he's flying.
Are you ready?
Now keep in mind, we don't have it quite balanced perfectly properly.
Oh, no! That's a little squirrely takeoff.
So what caused all that?
No, he corrected it and saved it pretty good, though.
It said he did it on purpose.
It's a little tail sensitive.
We determined that it was a little tail heavy. We moved the battery forward another inch, and it helped. But now I've actually got to move the battery forward even further. But yeah, that was quite a tail heavy squirrely takeoff.
Do I have what?
Yeah.
Well, you answered my question. Expo.
No.
Exponential. Makes it less.
Okay. I don't have any of that tuned in.
You got plenty of power. Your tail.
I've got an interesting story, Mel, if you can hear me.
Yep. Everybody can hear you.
Okay. When
Yeah.
I was probably 22 or so, pretty young, I flew these exact same kind of planes, except they were nitro. And I was pretty good at it back in the day when I was in my 20s. And
Yeah.
I had a buddy who wanted to get into the hobby, so I was going to help him out. And he built his plane, and it was his first flight. We didn't have a trainer box. We should have had a trainer box. That was the mistake number one.
Yep.
Mistake number two is I coached him through it and let him actually take off and fly it and do all that. And all of a sudden, as it was flying, it just dead sticked, and it was going straight down. And he just hands me the controller and goes, "Save it!" And I grab it, and it was dead stick. Like, it was probably his battery had come disconnected or something up in the craft. I mean, and it just spiraled like right out of a movie the whole way down. It had to be a good 200 plus feet up and just hit the dirt ground and just made this explosion. We got out there, the wings had bent over, and the whole fuselage was just accordioned on itself. And he had fallen to his knees, like, "Oh, please, Sean, save it." Because he had just, you had to build them yourselves back then.
Yeah, that's what this one is.
Yeah. And so it's just, I'll never forget his face. Like, as he just begged me to save it, I was like, "There's nothing I can do, man."
Yeah. That's the only thing I worry. When I put the speed control in this, I put what's called a BEC speed control, which has a battery eliminator circuit. So what you eliminate is the airborne pack battery that powers the receiver and the servos. Those actually get power through the speed control now from the LiPo battery. So the only reason I did that is because it eliminates some weight of that extra battery pack being in the airborne kit. But if your LiPo battery, for some reason, takes a total dump, you have no radio control.
Right.
That's
no
the
control
only downside.
whatsoever. Yeah.
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 So anyway, Sean, while I got you, what I need to do is I obviously can edit 360 video with Premiere Pro and put it on YouTube and make it work. What I'm having trouble with is putting 360 and regular video clips together in the same timeline and make them all play good together.
What are you using, first of all, to edit your regular videos?
Premiere Pro. I use Premiere Pro for everything.
Okay, this would be easy. What are you using to do the 360 stuff? The app that came with the camera, I assume?
Nope, I don't have to. I take the file directly off the SIM card and put it directly into Premiere Pro. And hit that little button.
Yeah.
Hit that little button per 360 in Premiere.
So I don't actually use Premiere to edit. I use Final Cut. And for editing the 360 stuff, I actually use an iPad because I like to be able to pick it up and move it as I edit.
Yeah.
Because you can actually put over capture modes and things like that. and use when you drop your pinpoint. It's fun for me to just be able to use your hands like what is it, Minority Report with Tom Cruise, where you're grabbing the screen and moving it around.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm doing when I'm editing 360 content. It's a
Okay.
lot of fun to do it that way. And then
Hey,
I
Chris, thanks.
export.
Glad you made it. Yeah.
Once it's edited where I want it to point meld, then I'll export that and bring that in as an MP4 file directly in. So with Premiere, I don't know if you're going to be able to integrate it in
Well,
one timeline.
I end up with that's what I get is an MP4 right straight out of the camera. I bring it into Premiere Pro, and it's the double thing.
Yeah.
I hit the little button in Premiere, and it makes it a square box, right? That you can spin around and look in. Huh?
Do you have a feature on Premiere that once you've selected where you want it to look, that you can turn the 360 off and it flattens it out?
No, well, yeah, it flattens it out, but it's not. You get both. You get both things. Yeah.
Then you're probably going to need to export it.
But there's videos that talk about making your other video dual
in the same timeline.
In the same timeline, make it dual box. But I couldn't make it work. I never didn't understand it.
Yeah,
I just thought.
I mean, I would imagine Premiere has a way to make just this section 360. You put your points in, and then this section is not, and go back and forth. Worst case scenario, you'd have to do sort of like me, where I edit the 360 footage as one, and then I export it so it's flattened, and then I use that flattened clip to mix in with my other clips. That's how I do it.
Well, no, I didn't try doing that. Thank you,
Yeah,
Matt.
that's what I was thinking you would do.
And by the way, Sean, every time somebody makes it rain up in the chat, the cannons shoot confetti. That's what that's all about.
Yeah, I figured that's what it was for. Well, Art sent me the screenshot of the drone on Facebook. Can I share a picture from here?
Can you share it on your feed that you're using right now?
Yeah, for people to see, or do I need to send it to you real quick?
Probably the easiest way would probably be to send it to me. Send it to my
Yeah, that'd probably be the easiest.
Facebook Messenger, just send it over to me in Messenger.
So let me copy these pictures over.
And while we're playing with that, everybody, I'd like to remind everyone that the professor, the FPV professor, Mr. Mitch, will be starting his show in about 9 minutes. And even though I was about 5 minutes running late getting started, I'm not going to go 5 minutes running late getting ended. Sean Oliver.
I'm getting the picture for you now, Mel.
I've got it. I've got your Messenger opened up. So.
Art, if you're listening, it looks like what you sent me is still shots from a video of the map. If you actually have a video showing it come and just sort of stop, I know it's not the eyes of the drone, but if you have that, send it to me as well. That would be good for the video I'm going to make later.
And that you
I
ought
was
to be
looking
able
around
to.
for my dogs.
You ought to figure out where the drone landed in the water, shouldn't you?
Yeah, we can see. We can definitely see. You'll see in these pictures how brown this water is, though. After freezing my butt off looking for my GoPro, I'm totally okay just giving him a drone and upgrades.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm thinking, God, yeah. I watched that video and going, oh my, because I know how cold those mountain water is, especially with
just a little red fire brick. You know, you can buy them for 90 cents at the hardware store. Just a little brick, and you can tie that to a string to your cameras, to your tripods, and it'll stay on the bank that way at least. Okay, let's see
I'm
here.
definitely not putting them on the bank like that until I get.
Let's look at this one.
A new setup. But I just sent you the pictures.
Yeah, I'm looking for. Let's see, start and end background clips.
I just posted them on his page.
Main
too.
screen, right screen capture. Well, looky there. Apparently, I don't have a left screen capture. I thought I did. Main screen capture, right screen. Well, since I got a right screen capture, I'll just move this over to the right screen because I have 3. I'll make it full screen, and then I'll hit show right screen capture, and then I can hit that, and it'll show everybody where that happens to be. So
Yeah,
also
you should show the one. Show the one that shows how
I just opened the one. I just did the one image.
There's one image
Well, you wanted
that
to show the
shows
one
how
that
close we were to
how they're
being
reversed.
back to us. Like we were so close. But can you just click the ones at the bottom? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Look how close we were. We
Oh,
almost
wow.
made it back.
Oh my
Yeah.
God!
So close.
Wow.
Oh. Yeah, it's probably a good 20 feet from that shore. And the water there is
Yeah.
probably a good 5-6 feet deep.
Well, being
And
it's a
Bob-
closed body of water, then there's no current, so
It's still there.
it should be laying right about where it landed.
Yeah, it still should be there. I'm trying to get my work done enough that I can possibly drive down and bring Art this other drone in person.
Yeah.
Hopefully tomorrow. It just depends if I can get everything drawn I need to draw and everything I need to do before my work week starts. That's what he's getting in replacement.
Much better drone.
Oh yeah.
What's that?
Yeah,
Much better drone.
much better drone.
Anyway,
Yeah.
uh,
I'm also getting him an extra battery. I have a connection that works with a company that's going to try and send me out 1 to 2 extra batteries. So he has, if he gets 2 extra batteries, he'll have way more flight time than he had with the
Sure.
the Air One.
Oh yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Even with 2 batteries, he'll have more flight time. So I think you get like a
Absolutely.
good 20.
Yeah.
What is it? 26 minutes or something with the Altel Evo. I can't remember. Anybody in the chat know?
I'm not sure.
I
And I'd like to thank just we got about
flight time on
starting-
what?
What's that?
What were you just asking? Never mind. I forgot what I was asking too. So go on, Mel.
Something
It's your
about
show.
Flight time. Flight
Well,
time
Sean
on
was
the
saying,
Altel Evo is a few minutes more than the Air, because the Mavic Air
Yeah, because
is only like 12 to
15
13
minutes.
Yeah.
12 to 15. Well,
Just give or take
I get about 15 out of it. I get about
Well,
I
yeah,
got
but you're
12
old.
out of my Spark.
You're old. If you putz around with it, you can get that much. If you fly it, fast, it runs out of gas a lot sooner, like an old guy.
Oh, that would be cool. Mike says we should get one of those underwater drones and look for it. If
Yeah.
Kelly
Yeah, one of
is
those
driving up
dories.
to Mendenhall, Kelly might be bringing one of those with him. If we could talk him into making
Ooh.
a pit stop down there. But
You
that
guys
water is
should-
so bad.
You
I don't
should
know if
have
you
that
get-
before then. You need to go there tomorrow with a fishing net and just drag the bottom and find the drone. It's not that big a deal.
Well, at least the water there won't be as cold as it is where I
No, it won't be cold at all. It'll be like bathtub.
Yeah, summertime.
think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
Denver, I guess, is going to be
Hey,
pretty warm.
Sean?
I don't think
Yeah.
it's safe.
Sean, put your big boy panties on and get her done.
So what do we do if I find it? Then he doesn't get the Autel Evo anymore, right?
Right.
He finds it, he's got to pay me for the Autel
Well,
Evo.
what you do is you drop off the Evo. Then, as you're leaving, you go over there and get out there and dig for it, and then you send it in to show that there's a problem with their apps that reverse everything. So
Well,
send it to DJI and tell them to fix it.
That won't do you any good. They don't fix waterlogged drones. I still don't have my
Yeah.
Maverick Pro Platinum back.
The
Yeah,
only chance
I
we
know what they
have
always tell me is,
air drying it.
Yeah.
yeah,
And I've seen people who air dry their drones from water and they work again. So it's
Yeah, I know a
possible.
guy. I sold a guy a Phantom 4 Pro that it just got a little wet from mist and drizzle. Didn't even get saturated, just got a little wet. And he brought it in and dried it out, and the next day it flew away, never to be seen again. Or, a week later, whatever. Next time he flew it. Anyway, guys, I got to get the bills paid here. That means I got to do this and tell everybody that if you want to have your videos showcased here on the channel, email a link to your video, 400agl uploads at gmail.com. And then, just in case you have something you want to send in the mail, snail mail, DJI, 400 AGL PO Box 12, Holiday, Tennessee, DJI. That's where you got to send stuff, DJI. So that's how that works. And then everything else is all hunky dory. Don't forget to go see Mitch.
Little pun there.
Did that give you time to get another bite, Sean? I was trying to give you time to get another bite.
I'm going to baked potato. Before we go, or before I go at least, someone was asking earlier how many tickets were left for Spin Down, and there are 9 left. Kelly and I were talking about it last night. There's just 9 tickets left due to the fact of, the whole thing going on. The city's
And you know what? They're not going to go out there and count people either. If there's 48 or 53, ain't nobody going to give a flying hoot, I'll bet you.
And I agree with you, but Kelly wants to do it by the book. And since it's his name on the rental, that's how it's got to go.
Copy that.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging around with us. And I'm going to put some more information in the notes on that 360 video, and I'm going to go ahead and open it up for public viewing. Maybe I'll do something with the sound, because that sound sounds really bad. I'll put some music on it or something. But anyway.
Oh, get the sound of an A-10 flying through the air.
There you
put
go.
on it.
Yeah, that's what
and you can get that off the YouTube sound.
Oh, okay.
Actually, you can. I think you can
maybe
get
an
out
old
Premiere Pro
rotary,
sound too.
an old rotary engine, maybe.
Yeah, but it'd be so much cooler with the A-10. But,
Well, that's kind of cool.
I'm partial.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm partial.
I know you could have been anywhere, folks, and I do appreciate you being here. I really do. And thanks for all the super chats that we had tonight. That was very nice. I do appreciate that a lot. Sean, thanks for coming in and helping us embarrass you. We appreciate it.
Mel, I've learned over the years, if you're going to have people bagging on you for doing something, own it and just take it right at the beginning.
You know what? That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Well, the first thing you did, first one to say anything, of course, was me. I said, "Oh, look, it's the greatest pilot of all of us."
I've seen
John
that.
Oz.
I've seen that.
That's why
I can't help myself.
Real quick.
So, Lloyd,
That's all I was going
you.
to say. I just, but
Sean, thank you for coming in and volunteering,
Absolutely.
and because we were going to talk about you at some point anyway.
I had a feeling. I'm sure that even at Spin Down, I'm going to be the joke of the party.
Might be.
maybe.
I don't know what is worse: Dobo flying his drone into a fence, or me flying into the water.
Yeah.
Well, at least it was somebody else's drone you flew into the water.
Right. Dobo does his own stuff. All right,
Yeah,
guys.
that makes me feel with somebody else's drone. That's what makes me feel so.
I know.
It's probably time to pull the plug on this thing because I'm sure Mitch has already started. It's done surpassed the top of the hour. So I'm just going to say goodnight, everybody, and pull the plug. Thank you. Oh, man, you know what? We've been streaming on Facebook this whole time, too, dual streaming. I forgot to turn it off before I started.
Hey,
So,
Mel, or do you guys want to throw a link into the chat if you're about to go on to another show or something? So everybody knows where to go.
Everybody knows it's Mitch, old guy in a drone.
Old guy in a drone.
And
Yeah.
I'm sure Steve or somebody's been posting the links and stuff, so the links are there. Somebody throw it in chat, please. And we'll see y'all. Have a good night. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Good night, everybody.
And